So I'm back, and yeah, I did spill water on my computer, but only a few drops, and I got it up right away, so it did not soak into the keyboard, and it appears to be functioning just fine. But as a result of this little sample disaster, I'm going to sit a little further away from my computer when I do this test with my handy little, it's not a test, when I use my Navage nasal irrigation machine. Okay. So my head is pounding, my sinuses are clogged, and there's all kinds of other crap going on up in here that we all know happens, but we don't ever like to talk about or think about. So I want to get rid of it. And that's what I'm going to make an attempt to do. This thing is going to pump some of this saline water up into one nostril and push it out the other side. And honestly, that's the reason I bought it, because I've used neti pots, I've used those squeeze bottles. They work better than a neti pot. In my opinion, a neti pot is absolutely useless. At least it is for me, because I have had sinus problems, since I was in my 20s, and many, many sinus infections. And so therefore, um, I've got polyps in my nasal passages and even in some of my sinuses. And my sinus passages are very small. And I'm old. I'm almost 60. So what's going on up in here has been through the mill, right? So it's not in pristine baby-like condition anymore. And not everybody's sinuses are created equal. So while this, may not work or while it works for me, it may not work for somebody else. Or they may think, I'm just going to use an neti pot. Well, that's fine. Your sinuses are in beautiful condition. Mine are not. Mine have roadblocks. Okay. And when I use an neti pot, it doesn't go up in there. It just comes straight out again because there's no space for it to get through. I need some power to push it in. So that's what this little baby does for me, and that's why I like it. And I know that I feel like crap right now, but I'm pretty darn sure that after I use this, and then maybe for a couple days, I'm going to feel like a lot better. Not 100%, but a lot better. And I say not 100% because I'm old and I just got my COVID shot yesterday. So I'm like really tired and have got some of the body aches and that kind of thing, but it'll be fine. It's actually better already. It's been 12 hours, or no, 24 hours, and I'm feeling better. Okay, here I go. So I have to find my little button that I'm going to use on the side. I'm going to position the pillows in my nose comfortably. I have at times put this in too hard, and it doesn't work well. So you have to push it in, create the suction, and then back off a little bit, and then it works better. So here goes, and I apologize for my turkey neck, and also for the fact that my mouth has to be hanging open during this process. That's just the way it is. You have to hang your mouth open. Okay, here goes. Positioning the nose pillows. I put them in way too hard, so I'm backing off. Okay, here I go. Keep the head level. Uh, uh. It's really a weird feeling at first, but then once you get going, it's not too bad. Ugh. All done. Oh, sorry. It's like, yeah, it's kind of a weird feeling, but it's not nearly as bad as when you try to use a neti pot. That is absolutely disgusting. I don't like that. Okay, so it's going to be really hard for you to see, but there are particles floating around in the water, and I apologize for the grossness. But you can see the big particles floating, and that's the mucus. But then there's also these tiny little things. It's like amoeba or something from science class when we were in junior high. And, that's mucus, but it's also dust. And like if you're around a campfire and you do this, the next day you're going to be surprised because all this black crap is going to come out. So anyway, yeah, big difference. And I've never used room temperature water before. I've always warmed it up a little bit, but I have to honestly say I like the room temperature water better. It's a little cooler. It feels kind of refreshing. At first it was freaky, but I don't know. I like the way it feels. And I can breathe through my nose again. My ears are not clogged anymore at all. That's kind of weird. I've never paid attention to my ears before, probably because I've not been talking to my computer in the past after I've done this. But anyhow, if you had any doubts about whether or not this would work for you, but you are interested in trying it, I have heard that the Navage company, if you buy directly from them, which means you pay the full price, which is around $100, and you're not satisfied within a certain number of days, like 30 or 60, they will give you a refund. But I'm pretty sure that it's going to work for the majority of people that I know. So I guess my recommendation is going to be to use a CVS coupon and just get it from your CVS. Before I bought this, I actually talked to the pharmacist there because I had never seen it before. I saw it on the shelf while I was waiting for a prescription, and there was two left. And I asked the pharmacist if they work, and he said, "Well, I don't know because I don't have sinus problems." But he said, "I'll tell you, they fly off the shelf. We cannot keep them in inventory." And he's like, we're not a heavily trafficked store, which is true. They're right down by the university. So, and I went during the day when the kids are in school. So there was nobody else in there. And that's the way it is whenever I go there. So I kind of like that store because it's empty. Anyway, he said they can't keep them on the shelves. So if you've ever wondered if you should buy one, I guess I'm going to say give it a shot, and I guess if it doesn't work for you, you can always try to take it back to CVS. You never know. They might let you bring it back if it's soon enough. They say that only one person should use this, which is why I don't let anybody use mine, even my husband. And he would never do it anyway because he thinks it's disgusting to share nasal crap with each other. And I kind of agree with him. But I know of somebody who has one and they boil it in between uses. It's a younger girl and her boyfriend. I saw her on YouTube. So anyway, I wouldn't recommend that. Just like get one for yourself, give it a try, see what you think. And yeah, so my commercial is done for today. Hope you enjoy it and stay safe from COVID and the wind that we're having. Don't let it blow you off the freeway. Okay, bye.